Hi friends, I'm Nancy Novak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a paper crafter and I make lots of cards and paper crafted gifts, and I use Stampin' Up products. And today I want to show you how I made this cute little cat banner punch. These are items that are in the holiday catalog, the 2017 holiday catalog, and they're way in the back on almost the back page. I think it's page 53. So this is the page where you would find the supplies that I'm using. I'm using the stamp set that's called Spooky Cat, so I am using that little spooky cat. I also want to show you the cat face and how you can use that. And I am using the Spooky Cat Designer Series paper. And I am using some black twine. If you don't have black twine, you can use white twine or whatever color goes with your color scheme that you're making. So I am making the Halloween one, so let's get started. The first thing I did was I punched out 5 black cats like that, and I put a dimensional, 2 dimensionals on each cat, and we'll get back to that in a second. Another thing that I did was I stamped in pumpkin pie the cat, and I'm also going to punch it in basic black, so I want to show you that. It's real simple. And these are polymer stamps, so you do want to use a little magazine or some type of mat underneath so it gives you some cushion. If you can see, this one here I didn't have a mat and it just didn't come out solid, perfect. So let's see how this black one comes out. So you just want to apply some even pressure and hold it there for a minute. Pretty good, not bad. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to bring in my cat punch, which I love this cat punch. I'm a cat lover, but this cat punch punches out all different kinds of cats. I'm going to show you in a second another way you can use it if you don't have the stamp. So I'm just going to slide our stamped image right in here. I'm going to lay this punch down, and you just move it around until you find how it is centered nicely. Give it a punch, and then we'll punch out the pumpkin pie cat, pumpkin pie cat. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some of this Spooky Paper Designer Series paper. Spooky Paper Designer Series paper. And I'm going to cut out a black cat and an orange cat. And let me show you. So you can't just put this in here all the time because it just doesn't fit correctly. So let me show you a quick little tip for that. I'm going to cut the cat out just quickly. And I'm going to cut an orange cat out also. And I still don't have a lot of control with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to put a little snail on that, and I'm going to attach that temporarily. And now I have a little handle, and I can slide my cat picture in there, cat image, and get it where I want it to be. And give it a punch. And so I'll do that with the black one. So again, I'll put a little bit more snail on there. Attach the cat. That way you don't waste a lot of paper, and it gives you more control. Okay, so we're going to use all of those, but I want to show you one other thing. So I have just a plain piece of orange cardstock here, and I can also punch my cat out. I could use that image if I wanted, but I am going to put a little face on him, there's a little teeny tiny stamp right there with the cat face. So I am going to ink this up in the black archival ink. Just hold it there for a second. And there, isn't that cute? I just love it. But anyway, let's continue on. So the next thing I did was I have a piece of black, they call this black twine, but it is black and white. The one I used up here was an older one that's retired. I believe it's pumpkin pie and black. But I wanted to use something that you could still get, that you could still buy online. So I have the black twine. This is how it comes. It's called Baker's Twine Basic Black. And I kind of just pulled on it a little bit to get the little kinks out of it, that because of the way it's packaged. But it's not going to matter once we have it hung up. So this piece of twine is about 22 inches. So what I did was I took all my black cats and I laid them out where I want them to be. And I have a little grid underneath here, or if you have grid paper, you might want to use that to see if that you get it centered properly. So I'm just going to lay these down like that. And I kind of have an even amount of string on each end. And let's see here, I have an orange cat and a black cat, orange cat, black cat. Oh, I wanted to show you one other cat that I punched out using designer series paper. So you could punch out a lot of different types of cat depending on the holiday that you're making a either a banner or a card for. So I have, again, the spooky cat paper. And let me see if that's what it's called. Spooky Night Designer Series paper. So I am going to see if I can get another cat punched out of this. And that's the other cat that I am going to use. So let's move all this up, make sure you can see everything. Okay, so then what I did, again, I want that string kind of centered. Bring in my black cats. I'm going to take the top dimensional off of each of my cats. Okay, then I'm going to line them up where I want them. I'll kind of use the one up above as my sample. But like I said, I did use grid paper when I made this one earlier. Then I'm going to take my string and attach it to that dimensional. I mean, there are a lot of ways you can make these banners. I just think this is the quickest and easiest way, and it's effective and it works, and who doesn't love quick and easy? Okay, then I'm going to bring in my cat that I'm going to lay down on top. First, let me take off these bottom dimensionals. And I'm going to kind of lay the cat down. I could lay it right down on top, but I think I'm going to try to get a little bit of the black showing behind it. So I'm going to kind of off-center it just slightly. Just make it show up a little bit better. Just lay all your cats down next on top. I start with the head. Just put it down there. Oops. So I will have a picture of this on my blog, www.stampandshout.com. I always post all my cards and pictures on my blog, and I tell you all the products that I use. So you can actually shop online with me. If you see products that you want, you can buy them from me, and I would appreciate it. If you need a catalog and don't have one, please be sure to let me know. You can email me, and all my information is on my blog. So what I'm going to do next, what I did on this one was I made two little bows. I'm going to do this one slightly different, but I do want to show you how I made the bows. So I have a bow builder punch, and I just punched out the paper that I wanted to use, and I'm actually using that Spooky Night Designer Series paper. I already punched it out, But for example, this isn't a full sheet, but you can just punch out the pieces that you need. And to make a bow, you need 2 pieces like this. So there's those 2 pieces. And you need a little tiny strip like that. And I am going to put this together with my glue dots. The first thing I did was I took my bone folder and I kind of curled this paper up to kind of make it so it wasn't so stiff. So you just want to quickly give it a little curl. I'm using my bone folder. You could use an emery board, you could use a pencil, whatever you have, but my bone folder works really well. And I think I'm going to give this a little curl. Then I'm going to bring in my glue dots, and I'm going to first fasten, these 2 pieces together. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the little end and attach it to the other end. There's 1/2 of my bow. Bring in another glue dot. Put that together. And then we're going to put these 2 together with the glue dot. So just putting a glue dot on the bottom of that tab and bringing this one over and matching them up. Then I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I have a glue dot on right there. I'm going to put one. So we will put this little strip on there, wrap it around. I'm going to put one more glue dot. Now you can use snail or you can use glue, but these glue dots are definitely the quickest, easiest, and less messiest way. Less messy, how's that for a word? And there is your bow. Isn't that cute? So you could put a bow there, and that would be really, really pretty. But I think what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to bring in my Spooky Designer Series paper, and let me find it. So here is another page or sheet from the Designer Series paper, and I cut out 2 pumpkins, one for each end. So there is one. Here is the other one. Before I cut this out, I'm going to take my 1-inch punch, or you could take any size punch or square. I just want to put something on the back of this to give it a little bit more weight, because that's going to be the end of our banner. So now I'm going to fussy cut that out. So just bear with me for 1 minute and we'll cut this out real quick, and then we'll finish up our banner. Okay, so I have my 2 pumpkins cut out with my little circles on the back to give it that little bit of extra weight. I punched out 2 more circles and I put a dimension on there. And I'm going to put this circle down over here and put a dimension on there. And I'm going to take my little end of the twine and lay it down. And I'm going to lay my pumpkin right on top of that. So that should hold it. You could always use 2 dimensionals. In fact, let's put one more on this other side just to be sure it sticks. Whoops. Okay. So I got my string attached, my pumpkin attached, and it's pretty much done. Isn't it cute? Now, if you want, you can also take a little magnetic sheet, and this magnetic sheet is actually a vent that for vents that you put on your heat vents or whatever in the house. And you can actually take any punch you have, a circle, a square, and punch. And then I'm going to take Tombow glue, and I'm going to attach it to the back of that pumpkin. And then you can hang it up someplace. See, I'm just going to attach it right to the back there. It's going to have to set for a second to dry. But then we'll have a magnetic banner. So there you go. So I like to let this piece hang a little bit, and we'll trim this one so it's even. There you go. What do you think? You like it? I think it's so cute, cute, cute. Quick and easy. You have enough time to make it before the holiday, and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, visit my blog, www.stampinshout.com. If you liked my video, please let me know by leaving me a comment, and come back and see me again. Bye-bye.